doing a Skinwalker show tonight. So,
Jesse needs a link. You got to text it to
Oh,
him.
that's right. I got to email it to him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jess. Totally
damn Jesse.
You keep getting yourself suspended off Twitter.
I know. He's out of control.
Just a moment there, pal. Let me compose this email real quick. Sorry, buddy. You're watching how the sausage gets made. Making a little sausage here. There's no link for you, pal. There we go. So the link is off. I don't ever check my email, so like at the end of the show, I'm like, shoot me an email. Like I really don't check it that often. I used to check it all day, every day. Like I was always on top of it, but like,
not me, never.
People aren't subscribing or commenting to me anymore, so I don't have to check it. So it's kind of a big load off my shoulders.
There you go.
Actually, no, I'm up like 38 subscribers for the month.
Kick ass. That's
plus
good.
38. You know, I used to add 1,000 a month. Used to.
Well, you know, it's YouTube now. That's YouTube's fault. 100% I blame it on that.
It's my fault too. It's my fault too. It's a combination of factors.
Yeah.
I was looking at you know, our friend of the channel here, Bill Madden from Night Terrors.
Oh yeah.
He put up a video I think within the last couple days, and I see he's getting throttled too. Like he's not getting the kind of views that he used to get.
Do you know what? I never got a notification from him even.
I didn't get a notification either. I went looking.
I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it.
I wanted to see if he had anything new up, and I went and checked his channel.
Yeah, he does.
He does have a new video up. It's about the backlash to his Gospel of Thomas video. But yeah, everybody, if you haven't, checked out Night Terrors and Bill Madden, friend of the show, good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Great content.
What buddy?
He's a good dude. Oh, my hair's a fucking mess. If you are a barber, traveling barber, Junior Viking Jesus had a ribeye tonight. Well, let me tell you, sir, I had a New York strip and a baked potato. Ooh. Now, occasionally throughout the show tonight, I might have to excuse myself to go make more of these absinthe drinks. Because they are strong, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I can imagine.
Well, it's like 100, it's like 130 proof. This bottle's like 60%
I know.
Yeah, Pete, a little creative note to start off with. I would have entitled this stream, Absinthe Makes the Heart Grow Fonder.
Missed opportunity there. What a missed opportunity.
I've never had absinthe. How's it doing? What's it like?
Look at him.
I'm alright. I've had it before, so this isn't my first time.
This is different than being drunk?
He's ready for a bar fight now.
Well, no, they don't put any of the... There's no through-zone in American absinthe. So, like, you're not going to hallucinate or anything.
No.
The thing with absinthe is it's just got a really high alcohol content.
Really high.
This shit's 130 proof, as I just mentioned.
It's got to burn all the way down.
No, it doesn't burn at all.
I'm shocked.
See, here's what it is. See this little bubble here?
Yeah.
Right here. That's the only part of the glass you fill with absinthe.
Okay.
The rest you fill with water.
I don't care. It's 130 proof.
Yeah, but it's like you cut it with water and sugar. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm surprised just sugar does it.
Shift drive charging.
And when you're done, you can put pudding in there.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Big shot.
When you're done.
Well, no echo there. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And when you're done, you put pudding in there. Yeah, I wish this was the trippy absinthe, but I don't even know if Europe makes the trippy absinthe anymore. Like, and I don't even know how true the absinthe stories are from back in the day. You know,
Good, just when people are really shit-faced.
it just got really shit-faced. I'm kind of shit-faced now. You know
The
what?
drummer for Motorhead supposedly walked through a hotel lobby naked on the shit. But that might have just been like Wednesday, you know, like
Could have been.
their Motorhead.
You know, I tell you, it's pretty good stuff. This is a brand called Mephisto.
I like the bottle.
Oh, the bottle. Yeah, I sent a picture of the bottle you guys earlier today.
Yeah, the bottle's really cool. Just show the bottle well if you can. When you go to make a drink, bring the bottle back in.
Yeah, I'll bring the bottle back with me.
Yeah. Yeah. The bottle's pretty cool. Making tacos. Digitally modified organism is making tacos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna wipe down my mustache because it's soaked in absinthe.
I hope your wife likes licorice.
She won't even try the stuff.
No?
No.
I'm surprised.
No, she won't even try the stuff.
Not even a sip of it, huh?
No, not even a sip.
Why?
Doesn't want it.
Wow.
She thinks it's,
Just-
she thinks it smells bad.
It probably does.
Yeah, it smells like licorice.
Yeah,
I'm not a licorice fan myself, so I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
I still taste it just to, you know.
I don't like it either, Jesse. Now, if it was like strawberry licorice, that may be a different story.
Now, Ralji's right. Pete, that shit got you red. I am red.
but it is. Yeah, you
Very
are.
very hot.
You are red.
The
But
first drink I had of that stuff, I started feeling warm.
See?
Warm, like the Party 151 warm, like, you know, when you take a sip of something like that. So yeah, I am a little red, and I'll probably only get redder the more of this stuff I drink.
Look, it's a health food. It's a thermogenic.
Anise.
Yeah, it's
Healthy stuff.
Marco Escondola says, I got very twisted on absinthe one night and walked into a sliding glass door.
See?
Thank God I didn't break it. Yeah.
Two of the ones you need to
That's
put
right.
stickers on. If you have to, you can put little stickers on your sliding glass door so you don't walk into them. You're all drunk up on, or liquored up on absinthe.
Liquor up on absinthe tonight.
Oh, liquored up.
Get the fuck out of my way. I'm Emily Dickinson.
That's right. I'm all liquored up.
You know what? I totally forgot I wanted to fucking smoke a cigar tonight too. So
Well, get you one, buddy.
I'm gonna wait till I go make a drink because my cigar cutter's out in the kitchen anyway.
Oh, okay.
Super booze. That's right, Ginger Biker Jesus. That's right.
Have you ever seen when the people bite the tips of cigars off? I think that's like a waste. I'd be worried I would bite it wrong.
You're gonna do it right. Even with a knife, it's a bitch. You really want a cigar.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I use a cigar, because if you cut down too far, you're gonna cut the band and the cigar comes unwrapped.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you use a
Have a
knife, you
cutter.
just have an uneven cut. You want that nice.
I
Yeah.
know. You get with the cutter, exactly.
I'm not fancy pants about a lot of things, but that's one of the things that you should use if you're going to be smoking cigars. I only
Yeah.
smoke a cigar once in the blue moons.
You always see like people in movies will bite the tip off and then light it, you know?
Yeah. People in the
Always
movies
think,
pull the
no.
hand grenade pin out their teeth too, though, you know?
Oh yeah, right?
I'm sure that'll feel real nice.
Yeah, metal on your teeth. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I've been waiting
I'm gonna wait until tonight to spark this bad.
to spark that bad boy. Oh,
This is an acid cigar, cold infusion. Cold infusion. Cold infusion.
very special.
Cold infusion. This is a $10 cigar right here.
Hello, Mr. Fancy.
That's right. It's $10 a bar right here.
You know what's funny?
I wanted to try this for a while. They're out of stock.
If you go into a big humidor, the pricing for cigars, individual cigars, medically anyway, stops dead at 20. There's not a lot of cigars that are more expensive than a $10 or $12 cigar.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, so it's like when you're talking about like Cubans, people importing them, you know, they could be $100 each. So it's like, how much better can it be? Well, technically no, but the thing is that many of the guys who are cigar rollers from Cuba escaped, and that's why Honduran cigars are so popular. So many Cuban rollers making Honduran cigars. And those Honduran cigars you get for, you know, anywhere from $5 to $12, which is really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. You know.
Yeah, because like when people hear cigars, they think it's like a super expensive product. It's like, so if you smoke, everybody can get into that. Because I mean, like you're obviously way more into it online. How much does a cigar go into?
I've seen very expensive cigars. cigars. I've seen $60 cigars.
Yeah.
I've seen, you know,
Yeah.
box cigars that go for thousands of dollars. It depends.
Yeah.
But what's so good about a $60 cigar? I mean,
Where they
how much
get it
are they
from, how they're
contained?
How they're
made.
made, they're rubbed on the thigh of a Honduran virgin or something.
Yeah.
That's
You
how they
never
roll.
know.
Hand rolled and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
roll in a virgin's vagina.
Possibly. You never know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that I'm a connoisseur. I just enjoy cigars. I got one brand that I like, and that's the only brand that I smoke.
Drew's estate.
Ralph G says weed called for a cigar. You're damn right it does. Damn right it does. Ralph G also asked what we were talking about tonight. I don't understand the title. The title has to do with the fact that Tony Pete's been drinking absinthe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on my fourth or fifth glass of absinthe.
I think cherry sounds for like THC gummies.
Ooh.
You know what? That just really makes me want to go find like the actual cigar.
And they're so good. Oh my god, they're so good. They taste like a really good cherry cola almost.
Oh yeah.
Like a really strong cherry, like a bar cherry coke that uses
Hey Jesse, I'm looking at a site right now. It's called Hudson Mod. HUDSON Hudson Mod, and it says $200,000 cigar.
That's too much.
You think?
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit I'd buy for $200,000.
I mean, I guess you could deduct on your taxes if you did like if you had a career where you could review products.
This is let's see if I
Hint.
can why it's so expensive.
That could be stuff with Willie Nelson's brand.
I don't know, but I got some. He sells weed actually here in Colorado. I got some Snoop Dogg
Is
stuff.
it awesome?
Oh, you know what? It's
Who's
also
got better weed, Willie or Snoop?
I haven't had the Willie stuff, but I had the Snoop Dogg edibles.
Weed, it's gotta be some good shit.
got that right.
I think Kevin Smith was gonna make some too, from what I understood.
Who is?
Kevin Smith was going to, or Jason Mewes, one of them.
You know, if Kevin Smith makes weed edibles, he has to make snack packs.
Right?
There's also Sakar by Otisha. And they have been produced in Cuba since 2006, and they're $450 a pop.
Damn, son.
These hand-rolled masterpieces should definitely get your attention. Cuba's most renowned cigar
Oh, so you buy, you buy the humidor and you get a bunch of cigars and you get one of those?
It's no, you could. Oh no! You can buy the humidors. That's easy. They're only like 18,000.
Wow.
Is this a walk-in humidor?
I'm not sure. It says.
It could be for that price.
There are 100 limited edition humidors. Calling a Cohiba Mexique elusive and is an understatement, but they're available online, and the limited edition humidors can be bought for $18,000 each. It doesn't say what kind of humidor they are.
Wow. I've not seen this very often.
What you
Let me
looking
look at the very tip of this cigar.
at?
You see that's wrapped all the way to the tip.
But they don't normally do that?
No.
What do they do? It's just left empty?
It's cut, yeah, it's cut.
When you get a good cigar, how long does that cigar last for?
A long time.
Oh, I got these gel packs that you put in your cigars. My cigars don't last for more than a week anyway. You know, stock up. And I only buy a couple of I'll buy 4 cigars at a time. I'll smoke them all in a week. And I spend like $20, $25 or something on cigars.
Are you asking Jesse how long they last, as in before you smoke them, or while you're
Yeah,
smoking?
because if you
Okay.
keep them too long, they're not gonna be soft anymore.
No, like cigarettes. Cigarettes, the same thing. You get old pack of cigarettes. You can tell. I can.
Yeah, but like just the crumple factor when you roll around in your fingers, you know, because it's like more just like a cigarette. Yeah, it could get stale. That's just the taste. A cigar, the whole outer leaf is going to get shot.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be rolling around on my fingers. I was ready to smoke. Got pills on my hand.
Well, actually, I just set it down until I cut it. I got
There you go.
I got to set up another drink too, so I'm gonna excuse myself for a moment.
Yeah, remember to bring that bottle in here because it's cool.
Yeah.
I'll bring the bottle in here. So you got the bottle.
Yeah, it's a cool bottle. It looks like a. You definitely gonna save that.
I don't say bottles.
No, I
The only bottle I save
I
is
want
this
the-
one.
I want the Dan Aykroyd one. I want the crystal
Oh,
skull.
crystal
Anyone
vodka?
send me a bottle
They
of
make
that.
a crystal absinthe.
Oh, I want that.
I mean, not a crystal
And
absinthe. Skull bottle absinthe.
I want that.
if anybody sending anybody booze, send me some booze. Or just send me a box that has a spring in it attached to a pie plate full of dog shit mixed with water. Because I'll open it inside the post office. It doesn't matter. I'm not clean.
Target destroyed.
That's funny. So there's look at this article. So, like the Cohiba Behike or Beheke Gurkhas, Her Majesty's Reserve cigars have been incorrectly called the world's most expensive cigar. Each cigar contains 18-year-old tobacco and has been soaked in a $2,500 bottle of Louis the 13th de Remy Martin cognac. These cigars define excess and taste at $15,000 a box, and or $750 for a single cigar.
There you go. Send me dog food. Or absinthe. Absinthe good.
Isn't that a cool bottle?
Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Like the wall.
Mephisto. Where's it made, Pete?
Yeah, it's Austrian.
Oh, really?
Scan detected.
That's
It's
part.
all-
I'm part Austrian.
They've been making this since 1875.
They gone
Scan detected.
Based
How's
on
it taste? Is it good?
1909.
It's like licorice.
Includes grand wormwood, sage, fennel, and various natural syrups. Typical classic absinthe base with wonderful dilution factor, noble green cloudiness, upon adding water and ice.
Target destroyed. Scan detected.
I like that bottle a lot.
Scan detected.
I want to color it. Got good contrast. Green and red.
And Christmas.
Yes, and Christmas Eve, right.
Scan detected.
House. Doors have handles on them. I saw this cat from outside.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm surprised my cat living here. I'm sure he will. So my ex told me that my cat zombie would learn how to drink out of the tub. And every time it follows him into the bathroom, and
Yeah, they do. Mine does. This one right here.
he wants to sit and be drinking out of the tub.
Yeah, if I take a shower, he's dying to get in there. When I take a shower, he's dying to get in there. Drink out of the tub. Exactly. I don't know what it is with the tub, but they like tubs. I know. Can't do that.
Target destroyed.
It's better than the toilet like a dog does. That's, you know. This cat's got a little bit of class. Right, Rango? Classy? Yeah, you're classy.
Cats. You should get a pet and put it on and put it on my channel.
Get a hedgehog.
I don't want a hedgehog. They're rats. They stink. I think like a dog or a cat or something.
Get a kitten.
Well, they're very easier because I
Yes,
know how to
they
take care of cats.
Yes, they are. It's that you gotta deal with that litter box, so.
That's the thing. Well, you get the ones that you get the ones that you can just sift.
Yeah.
But then you gotta pay all the pet thing,
Yes, yes.
you pay the deposits, and then there's a pet rent.
The ones that are prone to bladder infections.
Assholes are shooting fireworks outside, and the doggies downstairs are going nuts.
That's what's going on here. They finally stopped, thank God. Like, they don't do this shit all night. It's really annoying.
As long as they don't point it at my place, they're fine.
Right? There's another cigar made by Gurkhas. The Black Dragon surpasses the ancient one, both quality and price. Released in 2006 as a limited edition line, the Black Dragon contains an international mix of tobaccos beneath its rich, leafy shell at $115,000 a box, or $1,150 for a cigar.
Do you guys hear this outside my window?
Yeah.
What is it?
Fireworks?
Oh, I'm just hearing fireworks outside my own window to hear
Right?
I've been hearing fireworks since like 6 o'clock.
Oh, I know.
I'm still up. I'm like, what's the fucking point?
I don't know. Don't make no sense to me either. It's annoying. Seriously,
Yeah.
shit out of the cats.
I used to go. I was going to my aunt's lake when I was a kid, or her lake house when I was a kid, and that's where we'd spend $300 on fireworks and go shoot them off out there.
They scare me. I don't mind watching them. I just don't want to. I don't want to set them off.
We used to go to Atomic Fireworks in New Hampshire.
Oh wow.
Holy shit! Brie Larson's YouTube channel has 10,000 dislikes.
That cracks me up. That is funny.
Did you see the comment I left her? I was trying to be nice.
No, what'd you say?
What the hell did I say?
I don't know.
There's a lot of responses on it so far. All my friends make fun of you, but I know you just need some dick. I live in Connecticut.
No.
My name is Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest.
Oh my God.
So the replies are, Jesus Christ, you're a good man. No, that's probably more true than I know.
Can I watch?
Dude, I could buy you a beer, I would. Hand signal from Sunny. I admire you for taking one big bad experience for the team. You're here for your just balance to have off from the aftercare.
Aftercare.
You know, aftercare. I need a cigarette and a TV show.
It's funny.
I don't know if I can comment anymore now. Because, like, I couldn't comment on her comment.
You probably
Maybe
got
she banned
blocked. Yeah.
And I ain't do nothing.
You were nice to her. She doesn't like that.
Probably don't trust you.
Waltz into the darkest feeling. To the break I go. To the devil's ballet. To Mephisto. I've had Mephisto's waltz stuck in my head since I
That's
got
my
it.
fault.
Yeah. No. Since I got the bottle. Because it's called Mephisto. First thing I thought of.
That was the first thing I thought.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
can leave comments, but you can't comment on her comment. Like, how does YouTube work? Because I can leave comments, but I can't comment on her comment.
She might, just hit the little reply one. The one she pinned?
Yeah, I can't comment on that. It gives me an error message whenever I try to
I think I need a burrito.
burrito.
Oh no, Mark Dice is replying to Brie Larson on Twitter. He just says lame. Yeah. So I made a decision. He says lame. I like Mark Dice, but I hate Mark Dice when it comes to his anti-Satan stuff. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Who the fuck cares? Join the dark side. It's fun here. We have cookies.
None of it's real.
Join the dark side. That's funny.
Otherwise, I loved his videos trolling idiots about what was it? Oh, he was asking how many states there were, and they didn't know, and how many what Cinco de Mayo was.
My go-to wool farm guy is Salty Cracker.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
too much. I'll tell you, speaking of Mark Dice, before we get off and onto our subject here tonight, Mark Dice did a video where he took a gold coin, which I think at the time was worth around $1,100,
Oh gosh, okay.
and a $20 bill. And he went around to tons of fucking people, asked them which they'd rather have, and every idiot took the $20 bill.
Oh God,
What was the other option?
gold
A
coin.
gold coin.
What an
Are you
idiot!
serious?
Yeah.
Idiot people. Maybe they probably thought it was fake, huh?
Go down.
Well, they probably thought it was a dollar coin. They probably
I
didn't know
would've
it
bid
was a
it.
gold coin and a silver or a gold dollar, like a Sacagawea dollar.
Just bite it.
Well,
Well, no, I mean, like if I saw it, it'd be like one of those, like a gold coin with Lady Liberty on them or somebody, or the.
Oh yeah, those go for like $1,300.
Yeah, I would be like, oh fuck, I mean, at least
Liberty
in my
coins?
head it
Yeah.
was 300 at least.
Yeah, walking liberties are expensive.
Mhm.
They do them every year too. They make them every single year, and they do them in gold, they do them in silver, and they do them in platinum.
Platinum,
A palladium maybe.
rhodium.
Rhodium.
Speaking of stupid people, did
Violate 38.
Hmm?
you see the Penn and Teller's bullshit where they're having these idiots go around banning water because of the
No.
dihydrogen oxide?
That's
And
funny.
they're like, and they give you the right propaganda, right? They say, oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's really bad for you if you drink too much of it. It'll kill you. It's found in baby food, all these things. Then we would like to ban it. And every fucking one of these idiots signed it.
Unbelievable. Actually, it's not unbelievable. I believe it, yeah. Like you said, idiots.
Sheep.
Oh, well,
Yeah, sheep. That's exactly it.
We're all sheep.
Sheep. You're right, Mecca.
So-
100%.
Since I'm back on
As
the
usual.
absent again, I figured we'd give you some kind of show tonight and actually talk about a topic. So
That's
I
fine.
wanted to talk about absinthe a little bit. And we'll sprinkle in some absinthe stuff here and there with our general conversation. But absinthe is historically described as a distilled, highly alcoholic beverage. Between 45 and 74% alcohol by volume, between 90 and 148 U.S. proof. It is an anise-flavored spirit derived from botanicals, including the flower leaves of the Artemisia absinthium, grand wormwood, together with green anise, sweet fennel, and other medical and culinary herbs. Absinthe traditionally has a natural green color, but also may be colorless. It is commonly referred to in historical literature as the green... Excuse me. As the green fairy. It is sometimes mistakenly referred to as a liqueur, but is not traditionally bottled with added sugar and is therefore classified as a spirit. Absinthe is traditionally bottled at a high level of alcohol by volume, but is normally diluted with water before being consumed. That's what I do. I've been pouring water into this shit. That's what I was telling my wife. Like, 90% of this drink's fucking water.
Oh, God, Pete.
You need to put the
Put a nice
sugar in
cube
it.
in
Sweeten
it.
it up.
I'd put a nice cube in it.
You put an ice cube in it? You know
I
what?
would.
I've been using cold water straight from the fridge. So that's why I'm not fucking with ice cubes. Like, I don't want to have to just fucking
Yo,
stir
you-
it in there too.
Yo, Pete,
What's
Sunny
up?
Cat says that he did this right in front of a gold exchange. It's just like,
Yes, yeah, that's right, Sonny Cat. Yeah, I did it from a gold exchange where they could easily have walked in and walked out with $1,300 cash.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I remember that video. Did you
Oh,
Did you see the one where he was yelling at the people on Black Friday for going and ruining people's? Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. That
look,
was
you're all zombies! Look at you, you're zombies!
They're ruining these people's Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like, yeah, they
Go
were.
home!
I was working retail at the time.
It's funny.
Oh yeah, he's funny stuff. DJ B2 says, I get 136 proof absinthe. I got really fucked up on it in November to February 2007 because someone priced up the absinthe the same price as standard Pernod. I don't even know what Pernod is.
I don't either.
But the absinthe I got's around 130 proof too. It's very strong. Oh, $17 instead of 35 pounds at the time. Oh, okay. So they marked down absinthe and you were able to get all shitted up on it for a great price.
Wow.
That's
No
good
kidding.
stuff, man. I highly recommend that. If you can get a good price on getting shitted up, then get shitted up
Yeah.
good and proper. I am looking at the StreamYards here, and I can see myself. I can see what the camera sees. See a man with a red face
You're very red tonight, Pete.
and some slanty eyes.
I don't think you look red.
Our little red friend. I think he does.
Normally, I'm white as a ghost.
He's got a good, healthy red glow going now.
Botanicals. Botanicals, not just for your shampoo anymore, folks. Not just for your shampoo anymore. Actually, traditionally has originated in Switzerland in the late 18th century. It rose to great popularity as an alcoholic drink in the late 19th and early 20th century France, particularly among Parisian artists and writers. The consumption of absinthe was opposed by social conservatives and prohibitionists, partly due to its association with Bohemian culture. For Europe and the Americas, notable drinkers include Ernest Hemingway, James Joyce, Arthur Rimbaud, Henry de Toulouse-Lautrec, Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Oscar Wilde, Aleister Crowley, Edgar Allan Poe, Lloyd Byron. So these people were all drinking this absinthe.
And they were fine.
They're fucking world-renowned, and they will go down in history.
True.
They're better than fine.
Scan detected.
But absinthe has always often been portrayed as a dangerously addictive psychoactive drug and hallucinogen. The chemical compound throughzone, which is present in the spirits in trace amounts, was blamed for its alleged harmful effects. By 1915, absinthe had been banned in the United States and much of Europe, including France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, and Austria-Hungary. Yet it has not been demonstrated to be any more dangerous than ordinary spirits. Recent studies have shown that absinthe's psychoactive properties have been exaggerated apart from that of the alcohol. A revival of absinthe began in the 1990s following the adoption of modern European Union food and beverage laws that removed long-standing barriers to its production and sale. By the early 21st century, nearly 200 brands of absinthe were being produced in a dozen countries, most notably France, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, and the Czech Republic. Czech absinthe is supposed to be very good. Absinthe popularity grew steadily through the 1840s when it was given to French troops as a malaria preventative.
Nice.
And the troops brought home their taste for it. Absinthe became so popular in bars, bistros, cafes, and cabarets by the 1860s, the hour of 5 p.m. was called the green hour.
Santa Lakey.
It was favored by all social classes, from the wealthy bourgeois to the poor artists and ordinary working class people. By the 1880s, mass production had caused the price to drop sharply, and the French were drinking 36 million liters by the year 1910, compared to their annual consumption of almost 5 billion liters of wine. I'm sorry, 36 million liters, not 13. Absinthe was exported widely from France to Switzerland and attained some great popularity in other countries, including Spain, Great Britain, the United States, and Czech Republic. It was never banned in Spain or Portugal, and its production and consumption has never ceased. It gained a temporary spike in popularity during the early 20th century, corresponding with the Art Nouveau and Modernism aesthetic movements. New Orleans has a cultural association with absinthe and is credited as the birthplace of Sazerac, perhaps the earliest absinthe cocktail. The old Absinthe House bar on Bourbon Street began selling absinthe in the first half of the 19th century. Its Catalan leaseholder, Caetano Ferrer, named it the Absinthe Room in 1874 due to the popularity of the drink, which was served in the Parisian style. It was frequented by Mark Twain, Oscar Wilde, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Aleister Crowley, and Frank Sinatra.
Nice.
But absinthe became associated with violent crimes and social disorder. And one modern crime claimed that this trend was spurred by fabricated claims and smear campaigns, which he claimed were orchestrated by the temperance movement and the wine industry. Absinthe makes you crazy and a criminal, provokes epilepsy and tuberculosis, and has killed thousands of French people. It makes a ferocious beast out of a man, a martyr of a woman, and a degenerate of the infant. It disorganizes and ruins the family and menaces the future of the country. So they had their own issue back then. There's always somebody who wants to piss in your fucking sunshine.
You know what? I'm just happy. I'm feeling bad. It's like a sunshine.
People want to fucking shit in your mouth and call them sun and shit.
They do. They really do. That's why I prefer it. So, I'm not gonna put shit on the screen and make you sniff it. I'm not even gonna let you eat. I'll tell you that shit.
Joseph Aldrin for $1.99. Thank you, Joseph Aldrin. Joseph Aldrin says, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your eats. LOL. Thank you, Joseph Aldrin. That's appreciated. That's from like, okay, good. I was worried it was like half hour ago. Temperance movement sounds like SJWs. Hey, says TWGG content. Here's all we look. Look, it's like the Bible says. What does the Bible say?
A lot of things.
A lot of things. There's one thing the Bible says that is indisputably true. There's nothing new under the sun. What has happened before is happening now and will happen again. We're just living in fucking times. You know, people since fucking prehistoric eras have been living in fucking times. Times will come and times will go. And this too shall fucking pass. But, the fact of the matter is, you gotta fucking play the fucking hand you dealt. And that's really what they're doing. You gotta play the hand you dealt. Check calendar, got it? There's nothing new under the sun. That's right. There have been SPWs as long as it... You know what? When the first dude had the balls to jump on the back of a horse for the first time, when the first human being saw a horse out in the field and said to himself, I'm going to be the motherfucker to ride that thing, there were people standing around and were fucking saying you couldn't do it. They were saying you shouldn't do it. They were saying, what about the horse? They were saying, you know, who's going to think about the children? There's always been people like that. And there always will be people like that. So let the fucking people like that...
Someone please the children.
No, fuck
You know? Let the people like that be with people like that. Because you know what? They're always around. They're part of the fabric of fucking life. They're called assholes, and they're everywhere.
You should be a kindergarten teacher. Just prep the kids for life. You're like, look, we only need 3 days of this shit. Okay? I'm not going to waste your time coloring, learning letters. You're going to have to learn whole words. Okay? Shit or get off the pot.
Mark Rice Condolence, thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Look, it'll be like, Mr. McCarthy, can I go to the bathroom? You're like, are you on break? What?
Now, Neil the Security. Sorry, Neil. So fucking Neil. I'm fucking Neil. I wonder how weird they are who decided to milk. I think they were probably milking goats first. I think they probably milked goats before cows. And that's why they started milking sheep.
And sheep.
And sheep, too. Well, goats and sheep, they're going to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, goats and sheep. Hey, Beacon says, I guess Cuban cigars and absinthe are ammonia. That's right. That's right. No, this isn't Cuban, though. This is Nicaraguan.
Scan detected.
Like Beavis. Cornholio. I can't say it. I can't Cornholio.
I love that shit. They were over at that hippie teacher's house, and it was morning. It was like, you boys should really have some breakfast. And he leaves them alone in the kitchen. They're like, oh, fucking burritos. And they go get the burritos and start making them. They eat them. He goes, spits it all over the kitchen. It's like, this got eggs in it. So they start eating all the cookies and shit and they turn out.
Yeah.
Origin of cornhole.
See, now I gotta clip more Beavis and Butthead for my show.
Hey, you should be able to get all close for it. It's a pain in the ass when you gotta get down to going to IMDb and looking at episode titles and then searching by episode title and you still can't find the fucking 3 seconds you're looking for. Drives me insane. Sometimes it's really annoying when you'll find one and you'll be like, oh cool, and you'll do it and you fucking go to edit and it's like, this is in Spanish.
Oh yeah.
I should have checked that. Can I still use it?
No habla español, piso mojado.
You're smarter than us.
I just said wet fluid. I said I don't speak Spanish. Wet fluid. That's exactly what I just said.
Nowadays, love videotape.
It's not like I said something like, lléname bolas para tu madre sucia.
¿Quieres que te bate tu madre?
How come everything in Spanish is about your mama? Or your huevos?
Just like us, we always say fuck everything. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck this, motherfucker. Let's fuck your mother. Same
Dash Fat Bastard for $5. Thank you very much, Dash. Much appreciated. Dash says, my dear lady friend of 42 years of love is partner. We're each other's the one that got away. Please, all wishes, prayer, spells, vibes from her. So everybody, please send positive and good thoughts to Dash Fat Bastard friend. It's a tough thing to catch. We hope nobody catches it. It goes away very quickly. May it be a brief illness, and may she pull through flying colors. Flying colors. So let me see here. I wanted to talk more about Absinthe because I wanted to show you guys some pictures.
I like pictures.
Get rid of this. I got something wrong with it. I got shit. It's my fucking windows over.
Look at that
Too many
shit.
fucking windows over here. So, I want to show you a very controversial painting that was rejected by Paris Salon in 1859. So buckle up. This painting is very controversial. And it was rejected in Paris in 1859. It is called the Absinthe Drinker.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it took to be a controversial painting. He painted that little glass of absinthe there on the left. That's it. See that? That's all it took.
Kidding.
That's all it took. The absinthe drinker. He rejected his painting. So like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. Like, I know Carolyn recently had some YouTube videos torn down. That sucks. But recognize the fact there's nothing new under the sun. They did it to this guy. They deplatformed him for his fucking painting about an absinthe drinker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they let this painting get in. And there's a reason for that. I'll tell you why. This painting was acceptable to the museums, called La Absinthe. Do you know why it was acceptable? Because it portrays the absinthe drinkers as morose sacks of shit. Look at the face on
God.
Look at the face on this woman here. Hold
Oh my
on.
God.
Look at her face.
Yeah.
Look how miserable she looks.
It's
Look at this guy. He looks like a fucking degenerate.
Just
So
like
that-
great guys in movies. You can only portray him if you're portraying him as a deadbeat dad or a...
Wow. That's interesting.
So like I said, nothing new under the sun.
No. And I was hoping we'd fucking learn by it at some point in our history.
I guess not.
We ain't learning shit till we're building pyramids again. And that's what I'm talking about. Until we learn how to rebuild fucking pyramids, we got nothing on the ancients. And that's why I'm so obsessed with the ancient fucking world. Because as far as we fucking know, they had flying cars and they were going to space. As far as we fucking know. Humans have been on the planet for 200,000 years. There were certain points in time where we shared the planet with other races of human beings that were not Homo sapien. So it's not that far out that there were other human beings that were not people, as we know people, walking around at the time. So who's to say they didn't have an advanced civilization at some point? Who's to say they weren't using flying fucking cars and fucking telecommunicating with each other's fucking brains? Who knows? I don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. None of us were there. All we know is the shit they dig up and the bullshit they tell us. That's all we fucking know. But I'll tell you what, I'm obsessed with the ancient world, and it's for that fucking reason. Because you can't convince me there was nothing worth writing down for 190 fucking 4,000 years of human history.
They got digitalized or something. I think they advanced way a lot, and then they did something that knocked out your power or something. Like Atlantis, and you'll hear how advanced it is.
Yeah. It's a real good theory. Makes sense.
They advanced to something where they maybe used crystals or something, or rocks to record things.
Yeah.
I'm firmly convinced crystals have been a source of stored information since ancient times by advanced civilizations. Philip Blair, wow, Pete's really pissed at us. I'm not pissed at you, Philip Blair. I'm just drunk on absinthe and smoking a cigar. Preach it, Pete, says Chef Count. Thank you. You are right, Pete, says Dash Fat Bash. So I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not mad at all. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I've been doing my best to avoid current events.
Target shields online.
I'm sick of
Target
it.
shields offline.
And I will fucking... My referendum on the current events will come at election time. Because like Razorfist just did a great video regarding what's going on in the world. And I watched that. And I'll tell you, it was a very astute take. I very much so. I think Razorfist is up there with Styx Hexenhammer when it comes to their analysis of current events. I really appreciate that. But if you have not had a chance to check out Razorfist's new video, I highly recommend it if you've been immersed in current events. The referendum on this behavior that's been going on since the lockdown started, since the protests started, since the riots started, since all of this stuff began. The referendum on all this will come in November, and we'll see. It's either going to go one way or the other, and the future of everything is decided by it. But I will make my voice heard at the election fucking booth. I encourage you all to do the same. Right, left, wherever you fall. I encourage you all to exercise constitutional rights if you are. I know a lot of you aren't Americans because it's late. But for those of you who are Americans, don't let the fucking news get you. I'll tell you what, I stopped watching the news and I feel great. I don't know what's going on. I feel fucking awesome. You know what? Because the world keeps fucking spinning. It doesn't matter what people do. This rock keeps fucking spinning. It didn't happen when we were here. It spun when they were here. It spun when they were gone. It spun when we were living in trees. It spun when Moses was walking the desert. It spun when Napoleon was fucking fighting in Waterloo. And it keeps spinning long after us are gone. You know, I got a buddy named Brian. He says to me the other day, I was talking to him about my fucking lawn. Real quick. I was talking to my buddy Brian about the fucking lawn. Like, what am I going to do about this lawn? I got this whole fucking complex about the fucking lawn. And he goes, I used to be the same way about my house and my fault. He's like, I had this neighbor who was a World War II vet. And he came out one day. He said, what the fuck are you doing with this lawn? I said, I want to have a nice looking lawn. You know, I don't want to be the shittiest lawn on the block. And he turned to him and said, Brian, that lawn's going to be there long after both of us are dead. What do you care? And after that, he took it all in perspective and was like, what the fuck do I care? As long as it's cut, why has it got to be the best looking lawn on the block? You know? But it's a good point. All this shit is all going to be here after we're all gone.
Yep. And it won't remember.
The kind of problems people are upset about right now are the kind of things you can't erase. You can't stop jealousy. You can't stop anger. You can't stop pettiness. There are certain things about the human condition you just cannot erase because they're part of being a human being. My 1-year-old grabs a toy off my 4-year-old. He gets jealous. He wants the toy back. Can I squash out jealousy between two children? No. Can I squash out jealousy between myself at another YouTuber who talks about the same shit I do, but might have 65 million subscribers. No! The problems that we have in this country, the problems we have in this world, are bigger and more complex than people want you to fucking believe they are. But the solutions are not. The solutions to the problems are simple. The problems themselves are complex.
If anybody wants to fix your life, just watch George Carlin's Some Commandment bit, and he'll pretty much sum it all up for you. But very entertaining fashion, there is.
There's always going to be people, it's like this. We've all learned this lesson in life. Sometimes there are motherfuckers that just don't like you. You might have done nothing to them. They might have just met you and you rubbed them the wrong fucking way. There are people out there who just hate you because you're you. They can't stand your voice. They don't like your face. They fucking roll their eyes when you're around. Every time you talk, they want to blow their fucking brains out. There are people like that in the world. There are. If you're on YouTube, they let you know how they feel. Like, once you get online, people will tell you that they are like,
Yeah, because they're hiding behind their freaking computer, yeah.
you know, so
Or if you're
always
like me, you'll just tell
always gonna be
somebody in the middle of Walmart.
There's always going to be assholes. I think what you can do is you can fix institutional problems, which is a great idea. If you've got institutional problems that need to be corrected, then you fucking do that. Because that's not hard. Down on the streets, down on a personal level, if Reggie hates Bubba because he's white, Bubba hates Reggie because he's black, you can't fucking, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't undo what people have been programmed with for years and years and years. All you can do is work on the next generation. And in my perspective, somebody who was born in 1979 to now, I think that the idea of race relations has gotten better. There's more representation. There's I mean, like, it's better. You see more millionaires of mixed races and other races. You know, there's more opportunity out there. I think those things have gotten better. But there are people out there who want you to believe they've gotten worse.
I know.
Because there are some people who make it like,
Well, you know, if you wanted to talk about modern shit and, you know, political shit, that's all Barack Obama's fault.
I don't want to get into name blaming. I don't want to get into name blaming people who this, that, and the other thing. It doesn't matter how we got here.
Well, right around those years should start going.
It doesn't matter how we got here, dude. The fact is we're here now. Okay? It doesn't matter how your basement flooded. You got to figure out how to unflood the basement. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's where everybody needs to go home and really think about their life. Because when people go into their daily life and they meet somebody, it doesn't matter what race you are. People are either nice or they're shitty.
True.
Now, let's say there's a guy, who cares what color he is, go figure, and he goes up to X lady, who is of a different race, and he just treats her like shit because she's a different race. So let's say he goes up to Y lady, and she's the same race, but she's a bitch, and she treats him like shit for no reason. Is he still going to just naturally be nicer to the bitch, or to the one that was nice to him? None of this makes any sense.
Look, let me break it down even smaller. Racism doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It does not. It's an illogical premise. That's my biggest problem with it. It's illogical from the jump. That's my biggest problem with racism. It's illogical. And because it is so illogical, it causes lots of people fucking pain. Now, I am a Puerto Rican. My father's Irish. So I consider myself mixed. I'm very white, but I've known Puerto Ricans that were just as white as me.
Oh yeah. me
I've
too.
got family that's black because they're Puerto Rican and they're dark. My great-grandmother was black. She was so dark. And then my grandmother was a little lighter than her, and my mom was a little lighter than her, and here I am, basically white.
I'm not going to say this, but
Oh, well, no. The point is, I was 10 years old the first time somebody called me a spick.
What?
I was 10. I transferred to a new school. It was the first time I ever heard that word. So I had to go home and ask my parents what it meant.
what does it mean?
It's a derogatory slur for Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, what's it mean?
Doesn't mean anything. It's a derogatory term for Puerto Ricans.
That's stupid. You're gonna come up with a derogatory term, oh, mean something.
Otherwise, it doesn't have to be weight.
It's just made up. It's just a made up
Well, I'm
word.
wondering when like a made up like why did they make that mean? Like the Japanese slur is short for what they call Japanese. Like if you're speaking Japanese, they call it Han.
Maybe because it has something to do with speed.
Yeah.
Joseph Walter down on racism doesn't make sense in capitalism. Oh, fuck, dude, racism doesn't make sense in general, okay? It doesn't make sense in general. It just doesn't. What if somebody who grew up on Star Trek? It makes no fucking sense to me.
I know, right?
It makes no fucking sense to me.
It's illogical.
And as I've grown up, you know, it was like, I remember being 12 years old and enamored with fucking Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and guys like that. I couldn't, I mean, like, I love videos by these guys. I'm sitting in front of MTV, the hook on it. There are plenty of people that were like that. There was a lot of that culture that was injected into people's homes in the 1990s that created the conditions we have. I mean, look, man, we have a melting pot in this country. Some people want to say it's salad bowl, but it's not. We're American, that's all. Look, if I was in fucking Belarus tomorrow, if I ran into another American, it doesn't matter if he's black, white, yellow, red, it doesn't matter. He's another American, he's my countryman. We'd just be glad to run into each other. Somebody else who speaks English, somebody else who knows the stuff. So if you're sitting in the bar,
Yeah, somebody else who knows the stuff, exactly.
yeah, you run into an American.
Backwards fucking foreigners walking around these goddamn fields.
Well, I had that exactly happen to me in Mexico too. Exactly.
My grandmother was in a mall with my uncle in Canada, and she says, I can't stand all these foreigners. And everybody looks at her, and he goes to her, you're in Canada, you're the foreigner here. She goes, I'm not a foreigner.
Oh my god.
I'm not a foreigner.
So listen, look, what it comes down to is, listen to my opinion, and I haven't talked about anything that's been going on for a long time. Since most of this started, I haven't really talked about current events. And I'm going to say everything I got to say right now, and I'm going to talk about absolutely. Our problems are complex, but our solutions are simple. It really comes down to the way we treat each other on an individual level. There are institutional problems that need to be corrected, and I think we all agree with that.
Yep.
And I think that we should always strive to be better than we are. As a people, as individuals, as a nation, we should strive to be better than we are. You know, and right now, I don't think we're showing the best of us. And that's on all sides. That's on all fucking sides. That's down to people at Trump rallies, and that's down to people protesting in the street over Black Lives Matter. It's the same thing. There's no middle ground anymore.
No.
You're either all the way on one side or all the way on the other. But I'll tell you what, the middle ground still exists, and most people are on it. Just because the media and the talking heads and all these people want to convince you that to take the black pill and to be ready for the end of the world. I was just on Twitter earlier. I've been avoiding Twitter like the plague. But
Me too. I don't know why.
An article about how this is the decline of America. As the 4th of July approaches, how do we all deal with the decline of America? Oh, by 2050, America will look like a developing nation. Fuck you.
Yep. Fuck you.
Fuck
right.
you.
It will be in a communist utopia.
That's not going to happen either.
God help
Dude,
us.
they're starting one up. They closed one in Seattle, so now there's going to be a new Chaz in New York City.
Watch the Razorfish video and see why that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's going to be hilarious. Dude, do not stop the wool farms. We need to harvest all of the wools we possibly can to power the internet. The internet
Cannot run without walls, people.
That's why the internet's been weak lately, because there
Dr.
hasn't been
Foreman
many
Colossus. We are the middle ground. That's right, Dr. Foreman Colossus. We are the middle ground. Did you like your cheese? Peeked in all kinds of philosophical laws. Thanks, Abs. I need to refresh my fucking copy here. But look, that's what it comes down to. There's nothing new under the sun. We got complex problems that need simple solutions. We got institutional problems that need to be addressed. There's a room for improvement in a lot of ways.
Always.
But I don't think that we're showing our best side right now. And that comes down to somebody like me, that comes down to people in the street, that comes down to people at the rallies, that goes down to people in the boardrooms and the people in Congress. Nobody's showing their best side right now. So, what do? buckle up, hold on, deal with the hand you're fucking dealt, and hope for a better tomorrow. And if you can, work for a better tomorrow. Because we're all in this together. It's like they were saying about the fucking plague. Oh, we're all in this together. All the celebrities, we're in this now. Fuck you, you're in a mansion. I'm sitting here in my house. We're not in this together, you asshole.
Right?
We all fucking sink or we all swim together, folks. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and you remember,
we all go down with it.
you don't work, you don't eat. That's what in it together really means. It doesn't mean we're going to carry the weak links. It means everybody needs to get off their ass and do something.
You know what I hate? I hate all the memes that go around saying, "Oh, well, if you're in a herd of 100 and one person is left behind and falls, you know, and are left to the prey, you don't leave that one person." I'm like, yeah, you do. That's natural selection. The needs of the many outweigh the needs.
Human beings are above natural selection. We're better than that.
Are we?
Yeah, absolutely. We built the fucking pyramids. We crossed the fucking oceans. We conquered the planet. We tamed a wild planet and carved out for ourselves vast civilizations.
Yeah, but how do we do that? By leaving all the defective babies outside the city gates.
The Spartans did it. Don't even start getting on a eugenics trip with me because that's not the way to go.
Let's fire it up.
We are better than leaving the weak, infirmed, and young behind to die at the hands of predators. We are not pack animals running from giant birds. It is not 10,000 BC with our saber-toothed tigers.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
We have the resources.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though. Modern people, like, let's say you got both hands. In this hand, you have the people who really honestly need help. Those people should get help. But then you have all these people who see these people and they're like, I ain't doing shit my whole life. And they get on the same programs as these people. Now we got problems.
Who cares at the end of the day?
Because it's a big fucking bill.
Look, it's a big bill, but it's spread out. Here's the thing. I know where your thinking is coming from. I know exactly where your thinking is coming from. But let me point it out to you like this. Those people
Have no
who want to sponge off the system and who don't want to do this and who don't want to do that, don't want to take responsibility, those people have fucking made their own bed. And they will lie in it. And they will live.
They're never going to get anywhere. Exactly.
They will.
Okay, but there are some people who want to get places in life. And there are some people that are happy to just carve out a fucking little spot for themselves and hold on to it and hope to make it to retirement. Life is different for everybody. All walks. It takes all kinds. Different strokes for different folks. There's plenty of fucking down-home axioms I can fucking tell you right now. God's green earth, down yonder. You know, we could go all the way.
I wish I was crazy so I could use some of these people.
No, you're right though, because like everybody gets as hard as, you know, as hard as what they give, and some people have it and some people don't, right? Like some people, like I could put, you know, 800 hours a week into my channel and still not have as many views if I'm not hitting the right topics, if I'm not hitting the right algorithm, if I'm not tagging it right, if I'm not, you know, whatever the case may be. Whereas somebody who just turns the camera and yells will get 100,000. I mean, it's just all in the luck of the draw. It's all in, you know.
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you what, you're right, Macca, because some people were born to be astronauts and some people were born to make the fucking French fries. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. We shouldn't shame people for making the French fries.
There's nothing, because I'll tell you what, the fact of the matter is once all this stuff started with the pandemic, you know who the most important people in the country were? The truckers, the grocery store people, Walmart, dudes still working at Target. Those are the most important people in the country because if those people stop working, everybody fucking starves.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You want to cripple the country? Tell the truckers to pull over on the side of the road and not deliver their shit. The truckers can ruin this country overnight if they want to.
Yep.
They have the power. There's real power in the people.
Mm-hmm. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know how important you actually are.
Yeah,
they want everybody to feel like victims.
You let them know in November how important you actually are. You go in that booth and you pull that fucking lever and you let them know how you fucking feel. Because that's one thing they can't take away from you. That's one thing that doesn't cost you a dime. And they're terrified of it. I used to think that fucking it didn't matter. I used to think elections didn't matter. I used to think they picked who was president. Then I found out the truth. I found out the truth in 2016. I found out the truth then. Voting does matter. Big time.
Oh, shit.
Big time. So get out there and vote because the future's in your fucking hands.
It don't cost anything to pull that lever, but if you pull it the wrong way, it's going to cost you a shit ton in the long run.
Well said, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
See, what sucks for me though is that
I
like,
can't take credit for all that.
can't-
I'm still paraphrasing what Razorfist said earlier.
I don't care. Well said. I didn't hear the Razor Fist, so I heard you.
I'm sorry, Mac. I didn't interrupt you.
Oh no, it's all right. I'm just saying, I just can't. There's nobody giving me what I'm asking for. You know, I mean, nobody's giving any of the shit that like, because I want somebody basically to actually get off their butt and do something. I want them to clean up the fucking cities, get rid of this homeless, fucking protest shit. Get your police reform in there, put in a fucking 3 strikes you're out sort of system on the police, make them be charged, and have body cams on all the fucking ones, because we need the fucking reform. There's a lot of...
and how cheap are cameras now, for fuck's sake?
I don't know. I live in a shitty little town, and every fucking cop I've seen in this little bird's got a fucking camera on his chest.
Yeah, because they're cheap now.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they buy nicer ones, but I'm just saying, you can get them for $20 now, shit.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's just bullshit. Like, there's no reason for these fucking cops to rough people up the way they do.
No, hell no.
But at the same time, I don't want a fucking social worker fucking going and helping, needing to protect me against somebody who might be breaking in, trying to, do who knows what, right? Like, I want fucking people who will protect me because that's what I fucking pay for.
I heard some dude
Yeah, that's just the thing, though. I mean, like, well, let's take that where they burned down the Wendy's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a guy who was fighting with 2 cops, and he shot one of them with a taser off the cop's belt. Now everybody's supposed to feel bad for this asshole? Oh, what, is it police brutality when they have to go out and deal with this kind of shit on a regular fucking basis?
I know, don't
No,
have to be fucking criminal.
it's people who get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what, maybe one day when somebody is resisting arrest or something, they lose their fucking temper. That's how life is.
That's the problem right there, Jesse. That there's
Maybe if everybody started
there's
acting
human
like fucking
beings.
adults, you wouldn't have these problems. Anybody ever think of that? No, because there's zero fucking accountability in this world. People need to take fucking
lot of it.
personal accountability for their own shit. You know why none of us are in fucking jail? Because we go to work and we come home and we do what the fuck we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
You don't try to do a side gig making some fucking extra money on coke or something. Hey, you know what? If you're going to try that, good for you. And I hope you're real proud of yourself. But you might end up with 10 years in fucking jail.
Yeah, and if
You
a
know,
cop
so
fucking
that's
pulls
why
me
you
over,
don't do that shit.
and that's the thing. And if a cop pulls you over, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, what the fuck are you doing out there drinking, sleeping in your fucking car? First off, I've never been that drunk. I've never done that.
I've never
So,
passed out in a
Now you're
drive-thru.
at a point in your
I know
life
people
where
can say,
you're
"Oh, look at the people get shot in their home."
So now they're going to see that rap sheet the second they pull up your car and they see that you're in the car. That's the first impression they're going to get of you. He's been arrested for X, Y, and Z. So now we know what we're dealing with because we have a well-painted story from all the pictures. Okay? So that's why they act a certain way when they approach certain vehicles, when they don't approach certain other vehicles. You get it? It's not very fucking complicated. If a cop pulls up behind Pete and he runs his fucking shit and, oh, there's nothing to read, is he going to treat Pete like he's a fucking criminal? No. But if he runs your plate and he sees your name and you got fucking this, that, and that, and that, and he's got a fucking scroll to get to the end of your fucking breasts, yeah, there's going to be a problem. The second there's going to be tension. If you step out of line at all, there's going to be a fucking problem. People don't understand simple causal relationships. So anybody who's got a fucking problem could take the problem and just shove it up their ass because I'm sick of hearing about your fucking problems. And you know what? Burn down your own house. You know, go for it. You know, I don't give a fuck. I don't live there.
Oh, you didn't see it last night. I shared a video with Fed and Tina.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, he goes to light a cop car on fire and he fucking bursts into flames. I think he fucking died.
And you look like you died.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're an asshole. You know, I'm sad that you had to learn this lesson, but I don't fucking want you on my planet if you're gonna, if you really think it's okay to just sit there and like burn a police car.
Yeah,
Because guess what? You might cause other things. Like, and he ran inside the fucking building.
Could have caught somebody else on fire.
Yeah, he's gonna kill other people for that shit. These people are so fucking stupid. They don't understand.
Caught the building on fire. You know, he could
Yeah.
have burned the building down too because he was blazing.
Well, listen,
Motherfucker.
like I said, Nothing new under the sun, folks.
Oh, I know, and it's like we have this fucking. What we need to do is not let people be fucking stupid, and we had that a little bit in the '80s. This is why people. I hate saying this, and I'm not advocating bullying or anything, but this is why people, you get teased enough that you're fat, then you do something about it.
It's true.
Like seriously, you don't fucking blow your goddamn brains out unless there's something wrong with you.
Oh God, there's.
I hate being insensitive about it, but that's just like seriously.
There was a guy who's a Swiss farmer named Jean Lanfray. And in 1905, he murdered his whole family.
Yep.
Then he tried to take his own life after drinking absinthe.
That's the story I know.
But he was an alcoholic who consumed considerable quantities of wine and brandy before drinking 2 glasses of absinthe. But that was overlooked and ignored, placing the blame for the murder solely on absinthe. The Lanfray murders were the tipping point in this hotly debated topic, and a subsequent petition collected more than 82,000 signatures to ban it in Switzerland. A referendum was held on July 5th, 1908. It was approved by voters, and the prohibition of absinthe was written into the Swiss Constitution.
Is that 1908? 1908.
In 1906, Belgium and Brazil banned the sale and distribution of absinthe. Although these were not the first countries to take such action, it had been banned as early as 1898 in the colony of the Congo Free State. The Netherlands banned it in 1909 and Switzerland in 1910, the United States in 1912, and France in 1914. Prohibition of absinthe in France would eventually lead to the popularity of pastis and, to a lesser extent, ouzo and other anise-flavored spirits that do not contain wormwood. Following the conclusion of the First World War, production of Pernod Phillis brand was resumed at the Banos distillery in Catalonia, Spain, where absinthe was still legal, but gradually declining sales saw the cease of production in the 1960s. In Switzerland, the ban only served to drive the production of absinthe underground. Clandestine home distillers produced colorless absinthe, Le Bleu, which was easier to conceal from authorities. Many countries never banned absinthe, notably Britain, where it has never been as popular as in continental Europe. Most countries have no legal definition for absinthe, whereas the means of production and contents of spirits such as whiskey, brandy, and gin are globally defined and regulated. Therefore, producers are at liberty to label a product as absinthe without regard to any specific legal definition or quality standards. Producers of legitimate absinthe employ one of 2 historically defined processes to create the finished spirit: distillation or cold mixing. In the sole country, Switzerland, that does possess legal definition of absinthe, distillation is the only permitted method of production.
Flight assist on.
Distilled absinthe employs a method of production similar to that of high-quality gin. Botanicals are initially macerated in distilled base alcohol before being redistilled to exclude bitter principles and impart the desired complexity and texture to the spirit. The distillation of absinthe first yields a colorless distillate that leaves an alembic at around 72% alcohol by volume. The distillate may be reduced and bottled clear to produce a blanche or le bleu, or it may be colored to create a verte using natural or artificial coloring. Traditional absinthes obtain their green color strictly from the chlorophyll of the whole herbs, which is extracted from the plants during the secondary maceration. This step involves steeping plants such as petite wormwood, hyssops, and melissa, among other herbs, in the distillate. Chlorophyll from these herbs is extracted in the process, giving the drink its famous green color.
That's smooth.
Adding to absinthe's negative reputation in the 19th and 20th centuries, unscrupulous makers of the drink omitted the traditional coloring phase of production in favor of adding toxic copper salts to artificially induce the green tint. This practice may be responsible for the alleged toxicity historically associated with beverage. Many modern-day producers resort to similar but non-deadly shortcuts, including the use of artificial food coloring to create green color. Additionally, at least some cheap absinthe produced before the ban were reportedly adulterated with poisonous antimony trichome, reported to enhance the dilution effect. Absinthe may also be naturally colored pink or red using rose or hibiscus flowers. This is referred to as a rose or rouge absinthe. Only one historical brand of rose absinthe has ever been documented. Modern-day interest in absinthe spawned a rash of absinthe kits from companies that claim they produce homemade absinthe. Kits often call for soaking herbs in vodka or alcohol, adding liquid concentrate to vodka or alcohol to create an ESSAT absinthe. Such practice usually yield a harsh substance that bears little resemblance to the genuine article, and are considered inauthentic by practical standards. Some concoctions may even be dangerous, especially if they call for supplementation with potentially poisonous herbs, oils, or extracts. In at least one documented case, a person suffered acute kidney injury after drinking 10 milliliters of pure hair a dose much higher than drinking absinthe. Good, not good. Drink
Where
that
did
shit.
you even find it? That's what I want. Where you want to
Here's how you prepare absinthe, everybody. You can see this is the French method. Step 1, you fill the absinthe to the top of the bowl. Step 2, you place your absinthe spoon with the sugar cube on the top of the glass. In step 3, you pour water over the sugar cubes to dissolve them into the liquid. And step 4, you stir and enjoy. So yeah, there we go. There's the steps of doing your own absinthe drink, folks. Good stuff. DJ B2 always uses this method. There's also a Czech method where they set it on fire. But I prefer the French method. What time is it? All right, just had to check the time. Had no idea how long we've been going for. Can I tell you, the last 2 streams we did were demonetized.
What?
Dogmen.
Dogman?
Dogman was demonetized, and Superstitions was demonetized.
How stupid.
They were the first 2 videos to be demonetized in a very long time.
For what reason?
I don't know what we did in there that made it,
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Come on. Nothing. Jesus Christ. YouTube. Jesus. Ridiculous.
Yeah, everything's ridiculous.
I know.
You know, in fact, let me see if we're demonetized too.
Probably. Obviously. But absent.
There's lots of absent videos on YouTube. I checked before we
Obviously
did
it doesn't matter. You must be on a list.
Yeah, I checked before we did the show. I want to make sure there's no problems.
Dogman. Come on.
What can you do? I don't even get upset about it.
I do. It's irritating.
I gotta say, it was a decent cigar.
I looked it.
I've had enough of it.
Great cigar.
Not as, I don't like it as much as the Blondie Bellicose. They're a little sweeter. It was pretty good. I don't know if I'd order it again for a while. Like I said, it's a $10 cigar, and I don't think it lived up to the $10. It was still pretty good.
Yeah, I like a sweet cigar too. That's usually what I ask for when I get, a few times I go to get cigars. I want a sweet cigar.
Oh no, we're still monetized as of now, so that's good.
Yeah.
No restrictions on ad suitability. But yeah, Superstitions and Dogman, they did not like that.
Unbelievable.
I was gonna do Skinwalkers tonight, but I'm gonna push that off until tomorrow.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good topic. Guys, make sure you're here on time. He's starting dead at 11 o'clock now.
Yeah, no more is late shit. We're done with the late shit.
We ain't
Get that out
messing
of here.
around no more.
Check Hal and Pete, where do you order your cigars from? I actually get them from the local liquor store. We do a pickup order at the liquor store every Saturday. You know, so we get like 2 cases of beer, some wine, and I get cigars. And, yeah, I get them from there. But if you're looking to get some cigars from a good site, I would recommend Holtz. Holts. Holtz. They're a very popular cigar store in Philadelphia, and they ship all over the world. And they've got everything. Marco Escondola says, "How is the channel on the list? It's a community, never more than 150 watching live. That being said, we're cheering for you to get away with more, but really, YouTube? Yeah,
exactly.
It makes no sense. We did nothing in those shows that would warrant it being demonetized.
No. No.
I think that what happened is conspiracy-related channels started getting hit back when people were in a panic over conspiracies. And at that time, my channel was more conspiracy-based, so I got lumped in with that. Now I talk about more of the supernatural, the esoteric, the paranormal, and historical, because you gotta adapt, you gotta survive. I can't be sitting there talking about Phil Schneider and Billy fucking Cooper all day, or it'll fucking boot my channel. So I'll call that ghostly because they don't seem to care too much.
Target destroyed.
Junior Viking Jesus says, well, Pete, sadly, once I get back to work, I won't be able to tune in to the replays. The whole reason I like watching theirs is the interaction. That's a real shame, Jim.
No, I know, because when you want to say something, it's like, oh, everybody's gone already.
Marco Escondola says, have you tried the Bruno Brothers Deli? My wife and I order from them. They're great for the cheese and meats. Marco, I am a fan of a deli called Marinucci's. Marinucci's Deli in Philadelphia is in Mayfair. They make such a slamming hoagie. I think they're probably the best hoagie I've ever had. You can legitimately buy one of their hoagies, buy another roll, and make 2 hoagies out of it. So yeah, Marinucci's in Philly, fantastic. I've heard the Bruno Brothers is good though. There was another one I used to go to called Four Lads on Castor Avenue. That was another good diner too. I mean, not diner, deli. Four Lads. Well, I haven't been to Four Lads in years, but yeah, definitely Marinucci's. Great hoagies. Great hoagies. Now I got a little hoagie place up the block from me. They do a good hoagie too, so I'm very thankful. You know, it's nice to live in a neighborhood where you got a couple good pizza places, nice bar up the block, and a good place to get a hoagie. Did you know how I love my hoagies, folks? Italian hoagies only. I don't like American hoagies. They're too bland. But Italian hoagies have a little bite.
Yeah, I like Italian subs too.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually in pretty good shape considering all the accident. I slowed down there a little bit. I'm going to pick it up again once the show's over. What time is it? 1:22 a.m. So we've got about 7 more minutes for the show here. Do the hoagie pokey. Turn yourself around. Marco Espinosa loves hoagies. I love hoagies too, man. I'm crazy for them. Hoagies. I'll eat cheesesteak for breakfast too. Like I'm down. Like it's that Philly shit. You don't fuck around.
Yeah, we got a cheesesteak place here.
I eat cheesesteaks for breakfast, man. I wake up in the morning and eat a cheesesteak. That's why I got this double chin. Now you can't see it.
Have you seen those products that's supposed to fix that? It's like you tape both sides of your head.
You know what fixes it?
Around the back of your neck. I know.
Fixes it.
You see those products though? They're funny. It's like a
You want to get it? You want to get that double chin to go away? Lose 10 pounds.
Right, exactly. Those products are hysterical.
Cajun po' boys are pretty great. I've never had a Cajun po' boy. Never had a Cajun po' boy, but I'm very interested. Also, I've never had an authentic Cuban sandwich.
What?
No, I've never had a Cuban sandwich. We don't have
Oh, love them. I love a Cuban sandwich. Love it.
Yeah, I haven't had one.
Smash it like they iron it. It's all nice and smashed. It's easy to get in your mouth. It's so good. You're so good, Pete. Well,
DJ Beach says, absinthe does not fuck you up when you're drinking. It's a creeper. Well, and hopefully it'll hit me right before I go to bed, because I'm not trying to be a fucking mess. I still gotta wake up in the morning and deal with my kids. Dash Fat Bastard for $2. Thank you so much, Dash. Much appreciated. Good Italian sausage is important. You get Columbus? I'm not familiar with Columbus. But I always like to get a good hot Italian sausage. I don't like sweet sausage. I actually came up with a song. So there's 2 versions of this song. One's for sweet sausage and one's for hot sausage. It basically goes like this. Let me get tuned up. Hold on, I'm going to turn my camera on for this. Like I'm in the booth. Ooh, sweet sausage. The sausage is sweet. Sweet as the meat. So that's my sweet sausage song. You know, when it's a hot sausage, it goes, ooh, hot sausage. The sausage got heat. The heat's in the meat. Get it? That's how it goes. So writing jingles for sausage in my spare time. But I had a Dash. I actually had a sausage sandwich 2 days ago. It was Italian sausage with green peppers and onions, with pizza sauce and provolone cheese, and that motherfucker was delicious. So good. I love a good Italian sausage.
Target destroyed.
Chuck Allen says our cheesesteaks in Arizona suck. You can't find a good quality sandwich. You know, that's a shame. That is a real shame. Definitely a real shame. I'll take 5 pounds of each cheesesteak. John Kissel was born in Key West and raised on Cuban. See, that's the thing. I'm raised on cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks and hoagies over here because I'm in Philly. That's what I gotta do. We gotta switch it up. And you know what? In my dreams, I would move to somewhere that doesn't have Philly-style food and make Philly-style food and be the best pizza place in town. That's my dream. Pizza. Or barber. If I had to do it all over again, I would have become a barber. But had I done that, I'd kind of be screwed right now because you can't cut nobody's hair. So I don't know what I'd be doing. But I always thought barber was a good job because you can do that anywhere. And you can never make a robot that'll cut it. It doesn't matter if it's Mr. Data. Nobody's gonna trust a robot to cut that.
Target destroyed.
I'm not trusting a robot to cut my hair. What if he goes fucking haywire and starts fucking scalping me?
I
I
know.
don't know why they trusted a Bolian to cut your hair. Like a ball-ass Bolian.
That's true. That's true. And it's not like the car needed that many haircuts.
That's true. I didn't even think about shit. You had Deanna there.
But holy barber. No hair on my body at all. It's crazy. Maybe that's why he became a barber, because he was so I don't think Foley's collecting all the hair. Where would he? I don't know. I feel like when you're in part of a paramilitary organization like the Federation, there's probably inspections of your quarters regularly.
Probably.
Yeah, there's probably inspections. You probably have to be prepared for inspection. It is a military organization at the end of the day. They call themselves explorers, but starships have guns for a reason. It's Klingons.
For the Klingons that circle Uranus.
Dash Fat Bastard for $2 says you could be the traveling barber. Yeah, well, you know, if I was younger, I would say it was all about it. Actually, I was out in Vegas one time. I had the mohawk up, and you know, I was hanging out with all these other freaks, and there was like 10 of us that went out there, all fucking weirdo punk rockers. And there was a cosmetology convention going on out there at the same time. So there were hairdressers from all over the country. So they assumed I was a hairdresser because I had the mohawk.
Right.
All these girls would talk to me out of nowhere because they thought I was a hairdresser too. It was fucking phenomenal.
That's funny.
They're like, "You a hairdresser too?" And I'd be like, "No."
Just that, yeah.
No, I'm not a hairdresser at all. I'm a singer in a band. I tell them I'm a hairdresser when I'm a singer in a band.
That's true.
Nah, baby, I'm in a band. DJ B2 had the pastrami sandwich when the stream started, so he's immune to food porn. I'll tell you what. I love pastrami. Pastrami, corned beef, love them. Both come from the same cut of meat. Basically, we're talking about pickled meat.
I could go for a Reuben right now.
Oh, Reubens are good. Reubens are good.
Longest time.
Now, Cthulhu Cthulhu says, I wonder if Star Trek people have hairdressers. They do. Some kind of machine just being built. No, there's actually barbers. There's scenes in Star Trek Next Generation of the Bolian barber. That's what we're talking about. He's Bolian. He's got no hair on his body because he's an alien, but he's the barber. Yeah, so there's a couple episodes where he makes it. Same guy, too, a couple of times, right? And then there was another Bolian on Voyager. I think his name was Chell. Yeah, I haven't watched Voyager. I think Voyager, if you watch Voyager, like, if you marathon it, then you realize how crazy Captain Janeway is written.
Yeah.
But if you watch it week to week, it makes sense. But if you watch it all in one shot, Janeway's fucking crazy. They fight her like a schizophrenic.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Like, she's just writing like a schizophrenic. And I like Janeway. I like Voyager. I like Voyager because Voyager in a lot of ways reminds me of original Trek. Because they're boldly going where nobody's ever been before.
Yeah.
Whereas in Star Trek The Next Generation, they go to a lot of places people have been.
Yeah.
You know?
I can say I watched a bunch of the episodes, but I didn't follow it religiously. I liked it. I think I was going out a lot.
Of course. It's the age of it. What? Folks, you see by the time on the clock, it's time for us to wrap it up. That's how it goes. It flies by, hour and a half. That's what we do. 90 minutes. 90 minutes every night. So listen, if you're new to the stream, please consider subscribing. Cool Skull, thank you. Oh, Cool Skull, what are you doing? Cool Skull, thank you. Cool Skull says, Buck Cherry sucks. Antediluvian nuts. Tune in late because it's my grandma's birthday. I hope everybody in the family is safe. Well, I hope the family had a great birthday. Everybody have a drink. His Buck Cherry sucks on Antediluvian. I finished my absinthe, so I'm back to Also, Ginger, I got that super chat you slid in with late last night. I do appreciate it right before we end. Listen, check the description of this video, folks. There's a link to my Teespring. There's some new designs up there. As you can see at the top of the chat, there's a design linked up here. It is the, oh, did I link a design at the top of the chat? I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's there. What is it? It's the Mithra in the form of balanced time shirt. That's also a couple other things, so check that out. If you click on that, it'll take you to this Teespring. You can look at all the designs. It's fucking awesome. There's lots of good stuff there. Just check all the merchandise. Creep you in a book, and you'll find all kinds of great shit. And hopefully, you see something you like. Maybe you can pick something up. Maybe you say, hey, you know what? This is fucking cool. Pete's the only guy who's making fucking cups with Mithra on. Pete's the only guy who's got Hermes Trismegistus t-shirts. Where can I get a Thoth t-shirt? Well, only Pete's the guy who's making Thoth t-shirts because what other fucking weirdos are making Thoth t-shirts? Let me show you this one before we go. Let me show you this one. Let me show you an example of badass these fucking shirts on. I'm trying to make some sales. I'm trying to draw up some price. Look at this shirt. This is Mithra in the form of boundless time here. See him rising from the tomb? Beautiful. Beautiful shirt. This is an all-over print tee. Mithra in the form of boundless time. You'll find that. You'll find the Abraxas. You'll find Hermes Trismegistus, alchemy, plenty of other weird subjects on the Teespring store. So I appreciate you checking that out. Likewise, there's links to everybody's channels down in the description of this video. So I hope you consider subscribing to their channels as well. Check out the Patreon. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you're in a position to be a Patreon supporter for just $1 a month, that's a quarter a week. That's less than the price of a cup of coffee. Consider signing up for just $1 a month. I've only got one tier. I'm not greedy. I'm just asking for $1. You know, if I get a couple hundred people to give me $1 a month, I'd be pretty happy. But I think we all would. So, if you're interested in signing up, like I said, it's a quarter a week. We do this every night. Maybe you want to throw a quarter at me. Quarter a week, not that big a deal. So if you're interested and you're in a financial position to do so, and only if you're in a financial position to give up $1. If you can only afford $1, if you can do it, I appreciate it. There's also a link to Twitter and email. If you want to get in touch with me, share your scary stories, and maybe I'll make a video out of them.
Yes,
so go ahead and reach out. I'd love to reinstate the State of Fear series. I had a great time with that. So if you're not familiar with State of Fear, I used to do videos every Tuesday. People would send me in their local scary stories, and I would tell them to you here on the internet. But if you got that, and I could make another one, so hit me up. But anyway, that's enough of this fucking bullshit. I've been talking for 4 minutes now. This has been the Creepy Little Book Live, and you've been listening to High Strangeness, the #1 late-night paranormal podcast on YouTube. I've been your host, Pete. With me tonight are Tina Tomaszewski, Mecca Random 42, and Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest. Until tomorrow night, folks, stay creeped out.
detected. Under attack. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption. Target shields offline. detected. Scan 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 detected. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Scan detected. Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. Scan detected. Cargo scoop deployed. Scan detected. Cargo scoop retracted. Hyperdrive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Orbital flight engaged.
Bravo Alpha November. An ally such as your good self is always welcome here, Commander. We look forward to serving you at this facility. Access permitted. Land on designated pad number 05.
Scan detected.
Meters from touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. You may alight when ready. Have a pleasant visit, Commander.